Hey everybody, I'm Lauren Price and this is Disc Golf VR 360 and I'm up at Sky High Disc Golf Course. It's part of Mountain High and today it's a nice warm day out here. I'm up here putting tee signs up and just trying out a few things, but I wanted to introduce you to Disc Golf VR 360 and what it's meant to do. Now I'm shooting this with a 360 degree camera so that anytime along the way you can pause the video and pan around and look at everything around me instead of just what's in front of me or in front of the camera. So that's the idea behind this, is that you're able to take a look at the course as I walk through the course. And when I walk through the course, I'm doing it as a time lapse. So it's a series of photographs. Every 1 second there's a photograph taken, and you can stop it and take a look around and see what the area is like and what you have to deal with. So I hope the 360 video helps you. Let me know, give me some feedback, and I'll see you up here for the showdown on August 17th and 18th. See ya. And we're walking up to hole T1 right now. I think I finally figured out how to record this stuff. And here is T1. The basket is over that way there. And it is, I believe, 514 feet. So, and you want to stay away from the right here. The archery range is OB. There will be a line going along there that will mark the OB, and the basket is right over there. Okay, coming up right along right there is the archery range OB going along there, and the mound in the very front is 450 feet from the tee. The tree coming up on the left here is 333 feet from the tee. And the basket is this is a good spot to be in, if not in the middle of the fairway. Then the tee, the basket's over here, and you gotta watch it. Those pine boughs have a tendency of knocking your disc down. So you have to just kind of float it in there. And there's your first tee, or first hole. Okay, this is T2. The basket, let's come over this way a little bit. You'll see it. Right over there, got the little flag on top, orange flag. Pretty much need to just kind of give it a slide hyzer, get around the trees. You really got to be careful if you get too far out to the right. So you more or less just want to kind of go right between the trees, those two trees right there, and put it right there. It's a 261 feet. Lots of aces. Okay, so you want to come up, stay to the left or to the right of these trees here if you can. Forehands are a good choice here. Get around, sneak around this fallen tree, get around there and come right on in here, and there you are, hole 2. This is T3. The basket's right there. See it right between those trees there. This is ace run lots of times, but you have to watch it because just past that is a drop off, and just about 15-20 feet beyond that it's lots of buckthorn. There's also lots of buckthorn off to the left, or to the right, and to the left, so you really need to watch it. There is no Mando on this hole, at least that I'm aware of right now. That is questionable. And it is 259. Par 3. Okay, so now after you've teed off, this is not a Mandy. You can go to the right of that stump right there. Ignore the sign if the sign's up there. And you come down and got to watch it so that it doesn't fade into the next tee. And here we're coming into the basket, and there you are. Okay, hole 3. that's what I just got done doing, and I went past it, way past it. And you have to watch it because when you go past it, it can go way down there. Anyways, we are on T4 right now. The basket is in the short position. And the short position is 321 feet. There is also a long position off to the right and down the hill that is 478 feet. And I'm going to take and show you both of them. But the short basket, let's see if we can see it from over here. Pretty sure you can. Well, not really. Anyways, short basket is over there. There's an arrow. The long basket's further on out that way. And you got to watch it winding up short here. There's a valley, a little gully there that has just all solid buckthorn. And if you don't make it past that buckthorn, you're going to be in it, and it's a bitch. Also, there's a bunch of buckthorn off to the right. So if you don't have the arm, just go for that stump right out there.
Okay, so now we're going to head on down, go down into the gully. We'll go through the buckthorn. You'll see how thick it is there, down and up. It doesn't really show you the how steep it is. Anyways, you come along the path there, and you got a couple of gullies there that you got to get over. And here we're coming up to the short position. Now we'll go on past that, down this hill to where the long position is, coming up to it here in the shade of the tree, and it is right about there.
There we go. Hole 4. We are on T5. This is a fun hole because it is over here. See it through the trees there. It's a short little hole. Lots of aces have been made here, myself included. 186. There's a Mandy right here. You need to stay to the left of this Mandy right here. And probably the best way to do it, most people do it, is just go up over here and kind of just let it slide on down there, because it's on a little bit of a slant and it's all hard packed, so it just kind of slides along. Otherwise, forehand Anheuser over this way here, that's the way I like it. And I've done it both ways, so I'm going to do it that way again. Here we go, hole 5.
Okay, so there's two ways and trails that you can take. I'm going to take the high route there and go right by the next T6, come up along there, pass by the Mandy on the left, and here you are coming into the basket. A little shorty.
T6. It's 238 feet. It's right there through the trees. Since they've opened it up, they've cleared out a whole bunch of trees and what have you. And so you got 3 ways in which you can go. You can go Anheuser, straight at it, or Heiser. Take your choice.
Okay, so I'm going to just take and walk straight to it here, a little to the left, follow the trail there. And as you'll see, off to your left in front of you is a fallen tree, and you want to try to get past that. And here you come into the tree stands, and there's your basket.
Okay, hole 7. It's 2 positions. The short position is 328, and the long position is 408. It's in the long position today, in which it's over there. The short position is over here. I'll go by it on the way down and point it out. Par 3, either way. And there has been an ace. A buddy of mine aced long position with a forehand. This is for you, Philly Willie.
Okay, here we are getting ready to go and take off down the hill. You got to be careful because the disc will turn over to the right and into the number 5 tee. Here you're coming up to your right hand Mandy. There's a tree, Mandy, And then you're coming into the short pin position right here, just past the shadow. 1, 2, 3, there you go. And you got to be careful because just past the basket is a drop off and your disc will fly on down there, and have fun.
This is T8, and there's 2 pin positions. It's in the short position today, most of the time. It's right between the trees and the shade there, in the shadows. The short position is 262, the long position is 300. Long position is over there in the trees. I will walk straight to the short position, and then I will go over to the long position, so you see where that's at. Hole 8, we're almost done with the front 9.
Okay, now we're going to head on out, follow the path that goes along straight out towards the fallen tree to the left, and you really want to try to get over that tree if you can, because it can be a problem when it comes to putting. And you're going to come up to the basket short pin position here. Now we'll go on over to the other pin position. It's a little bit longer, but it's over in these trees right about there.
T9. Here we are. Last hole of the front 9. The basket is 331. It's all uphill, so we'll play closer to about 350, 360. The basket, there's a tree there, and there's a pole for the rope tow. And the basket is just beyond the pole with the rope tow, probably about 15-20 feet beyond that. And it is on hard pack and on a slight incline, so you have to watch it because your discs, if they come in on a hyzer, can skip and slide on down the hill. Have fun.
Okay, so now we're going to head on out, follow the path that heads on up, following the path of the rope tow. There is no Mandy on the right, and we're about halfway now, and now we're going to be coming up, and be careful because the hole or the basket is kind of on the edge, and it's hard pack, and it will skip on down this little rise right there, and you just don't want to do it.
Wow, that was lots of fun. Left my disc back there on hole 9, so I had to go all the way back there to get it. Exercise, good for you. This is T10. It's 259. This is a fun hole. Usually the best way to do it is going out this way, come back in. The hole is right down through the trees there. The magic carpet going along the left there, that is OB. Anything on, under, or over the magic carpet is OB. So that's the OB, and the only thing that we have here is some Mandy. Be careful, because if you go too long, you're going to be down the hill. Not too far, but far enough that you won't get that ace or a bird. That's it. Hole 10.
Okay, so you're going to come up, you've got to watch it to the right there, because those trees will snag the disc real quick. Keep the nose down and just fly it on out here. Hyzer in, and you want to land probably about 10 to 20 feet in front to slide right on in there, or just go for the ace. Like that right there.
T11. This is a long downhill. You pretty much have to go between the trees here, unless you got a forehand that you can go that way. Anyways, the basket is down there at the bottom, just to the left of the ski lift. And what you don't want to do is get fade off to the left, because there's a hillside there that your disc can get lost in real easy. And you can lose a lot of energy over there on that hill. A lot of the big guys, and I've done that myself, head out that way to the desert to have it come down just right around the ski lift. Otherwise, just go right at it and try to keep it in this gully, this road that's there. So, and it is, I believe, 546 feet. 546.
Okay, go between the trees, and you want to make sure to be careful not to go to your left. The archery range is on the left, and the kind of an OB boundary follows it down there. You'll see the signs. There's one right there, and then directly in front of you on the hillside is that you want to try to avoid. And now we're coming down into the path that takes you down into the gully or the road that goes down, and a lot of your discs will land right here in this area here, maybe up a little bit further, but to the left. And there you go.
Okay, this is T12, and this is 283. It's over here. It's going to be kind of back in against the hill there, and there's no Mandy. More or less just gotta get it past those trees there. It's been aced. There's a lot of ace holes here, so there's plenty. It's a fairly short course for the most part. Anyways, hole 13 or 12, hole 12.
Okay, so you could start out, aim. A lot of guys like to do the big hyzer off to the right and around the trees, and that's usually what they like to do. Myself, I like to try to just go straight at it, past this tree to the right, and come on right in here, and 1, 2, there you go.
Now we are on the hole T13. The hole is right there, dead ahead. It is 213. As you can imagine, lots of aces. Nothing to really worry about. Just go right at it.
Okay, so just like I said, just go straight for it, and you should put it right there next to the basket, if not in the basket. Follow this trail past the fallen tree and the buckthorn, and kind of walk up the trail here. If you aren't going for the basket, you're probably going to wind up right around in here, and there's your ace.
We're on T14. This is the lowest point of the course. It is, according to my watch, 6,895 feet. Okay. And the hole itself, this is a difficult hole, 301, but it plays probably closer to about 500 because it's all uphill, and it's a very difficult uphill at that. Let me show you where it's at, but you can't see it there. It's up there in the sunlight between those two trees, and what you want to do is you want to try to get up about halfway, just up this little slope here that you can't really tell. It's a slope, is a little flat area, so you want to try to get up there and then get up to the basket to get your par. What you don't want to do is go off to the left here, because this hillside is just covered in buckthorn. It's a steep hillside, and chances are your disc will just continue to fade off to the left and further on down the hill where there's even more buckthorn. Lots of buckthorn over here. And you, when you're teeing off, you have to watch out, because this evergreen here will just suck up the disc like you wouldn't believe. If you got the arm, you can probably make the gap right there. Hole 14, 301. Howdy ho.
Okay, like I said, be careful of this evergreen here to the right that snagged my disc. This hillside that you're going to be going up, the trail there is a little bit steeper than it seems. We come up here, and there's your midway point, and then we're going to go, there's the hole right there. You want to kind of get around the trees, or you can do a forehand up and a hard pack around there, and you got to be careful because it's a roll away hole.
Okay, we are on T15. There are 2 pin positions. It's in the short position today, 265. The long position is 304, and it's just a little off to the left, past the short basket. You can see the short basket just up here. You wouldn't be able to see the long basket from here. You'll see it when you get up there, but the short basket's up here, and that's it, 265.
Okay, so this is going uphill, and you want to make sure that you get it so up, you get your disc up so that you're not burying it in the hillside. We're about halfway here right about now. There's a lot of big rocks and bushes and things like that will snag your disc. And we're coming up to the short pin position about right there. And now the long pin position is just up past that, and over here by these trees. And
okay, we're on T16 right now, and the hole is 305, and it's right up there on the hillside. You have to watch it on this one because it's on a slope. It's hard packed dirt, so it's real easy to get a rollaway. I've done that several times. You land right there, stands up and rolls right on down the hill. It's a mother. You will not like it. But the way, if you don't have the arm to get all the way there, the best way to do it is to put yourself up over here to the left, and then it's a pretty easy upshot from there. 305, hole 16.
okay, so make sure you get it up, don't get the nose up, but get it up high enough that you can clear these slopes. And here we go up, and so the area that I was talking about to the left is right about here. That's where you want to try to land. And then we're going down into the gully down below the hole, and now we're going up, and there's your basket. And like I said, be careful of rollaways.
We're on T17. Hiking hole 16 can catch your breath. You have to catch your breath up here in T17. That's the thing about this altitude. Anyways, T17, hole 17 is right over there. See the yellow? And there's a tree right behind it. It's a real shorty. Lots of aces on this one. There's the ski lift here, and it's real easy to get up a little high, get onto the on one of the chairs up there, or you can smack the cable. So there's that. Otherwise, ace time.
Okay. Don't get the nose up, just go straight at it is the best way to go. You can always do the forehand and hyzer, but chances are you'll wind up hitting the chairlift. And there you go.
T18. It's now 5:15, and the mosquitoes are out. They found me. T18, 273. You can kind of see the top of the basket. I'll have an arrow that I'll put on it there. It's just right out there. It's on this little bit of a slope, and it's a whole hard pack, so it will stand up and roll on down the hill. Keep that in mind. You can go straight at it. I've parked it many times just going straight at it. Otherwise, you can do some little slide hyzer off this way and a hyzer off that way. But watch out for this little rise right here. It'll catch you. This hole has changed from what it used to be, because there used to be a whole bunch of trees going along the right here. So those are gone, and that is now opened up a whole new route. Hole 18, 273.
Okay, just don't get the disc down too low, because you will plow into this rise right here. And all that trees that were on the right are now gone and open. You should be able to just hyzer right on up there. And here we are coming into the basket. And be careful, roll away.
T19. Hole is straight ahead. Should be able to see it up there. and it is 277. No Mandy's, just go straight at it.
Okay, like I said, be careful that you could wind up burying the disc into the ground here, but just go straight at the hole basket and you should wind up just about here. Be careful fading off to the left there, and here you go.
We're on T20, 235. It's right up over here. There's a little bit of a rise here, and then a little gully, a little dip there that goes all the way down the hill. And the basket's up there. It's on slope, a little bit of a slope, so you have to watch it because it will, the disc will, if they miss and you drop down, it will stand up and roll down the hill. There's some pebbles and rocks that will probably stop it, but all the same. And after this hole, the next tee is straight up the hill. T21 is a long hike up the hill, and if you thought you haven't had enough exercise, you will change your mind after you've hiked that, make that hike up to T21. That's the only part of this course that I'm not real fond of, but it's a good workout. Like I said, if you haven't had enough exercise, we'll make sure you get it on this one. Howdy ho.
Okay, so here you want to, if you've got the arm, go to the right, and you will get past this, go a little bit higher than normal, and you should be able to just hyzer right on in there. There are a lot of rocks, and this is one of those roll-away holes.
Okay, we're on T21. Take about 5 minutes to catch my breath from that hike up the hill. This is 289. 289. And the hole is right there in the shade. You have to watch it because just to the left, it's the hard pack around there, and just to the left of it, probably about 10-15 feet, is a slope that will take you down the hill. So if you go at it and it starts to fade left, you're going to be taking a hike down the hill, and the worst part about that is the hike back up the hill. That's the problem with mountain high or sky high, is that if you go down the hill, you got to come back up. That's just the way it is. You know, what goes up or what goes down must come up. Anyways, 289, hole 221, almost done.
Okay, so here we are going straight out, try to avoid the ski lift pole, and you gotta be careful because off to the right there is a stand of trees that will snag your disc, and off to the left you got that hillside that will just suck your disc right on down.
We're on hole 22. It's 246. It's out over there. You see the 3 trees there, and it's just to the left of that 3rd tree. Best way to go out there is go out this way here, so it fades in to the left. It should be right there. If you got the forehand, that's also a good way to get there. T22, hole 22, 246.
Okay, this is another one of those ones, just go straight at it, because if you go a little bit to the right, you're going to hit that sign or a tree. You don't want to turn over because you'll turn over down the hill. This is also a good route there as an anhyzer.
T23, 264. It's up there and amongst the trees. You can kind of make it out. This pole that has a 7 on it, that's a Mandy. You have to stay to the left of that. There's a drop zone. There'll be a drop zone right next to it, underneath, just to the left of it. You gotta watch it. Gotta get it right up there. It's been aced. Javier Lopez did it last year in Showdown. Collected a little over $450 if I recall. T23, 264.
Okay, so again, you want to be careful to make the Mandy, that pole to the left. This tree right here to the left will also suck your discs. Coming up here, do an anhyzer up to the left, or you can do a hyzer into the trees here. It's hard packed dirt.
Hole 24, T24. Hole 24 is over there. We got two hole pin positions. That's the short one, if you want to call it short. That is 259. The long is just to the right of that green metal box. And I will walk over there after I go over to the short pin. T24, 259 for the short to the left, and 264 to the right of the green box. No Mandy's, no OBs.
Okay, so you have to be careful because you can hit that lift structure real easy. These two trees here, they will also do a good job of blocking. Here we're kind of doing an anhyzer up and over, and then flexing back to the basket right there. There's a short one, and then we're going to go over to the highest point and just around the metal box and right.
Okay, T25. This is a blind hole from the tee. You'll see when we get up there. It's over out that way. It is 439, and this is another one of those. It's on a slight slope. It's hard pack, and if you miss it and it drops down, it will stand up and roll on down the hill. It's one of those. So just be careful.
Okay, so be careful about turnovers. You want to throw it so that it's kind of thrown, aiming for the right, keep the nose somewhat down. Otherwise, it will turn over on you, and you'll wind up down there on hole 19. Coming around here, there's that dead stump, and here we're coming in. There's a fallen tree that will keep you from rolling down the hill. And this is hard pack, like I said, and we'll do a rollaway.
T26. Dead ahead. It's all uphill. It is 222, but probably plays closer to 300 just because it's going uphill, and it just keeps on going and going and going. Up, 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 up. So just go right at it, or go do the hyzer, maybe around the tree, or just, like I say, right at it. Just make sure you get it up high enough so that you don't bury it into the ground. T26, 222 feet.
So this ground comes rising up on you real quick, and you have to be careful not to throw the disc into the ground. You want to do more, just like I said, straight at it. If you want to do the hyzer, you can do that. That'll come right on around. It's been aced. There you go.
T27. We got 290 to the hole. It's right there in the sunlight. You can't miss it. There's a telephone pole just past it to the left. What you don't want to do is you don't want to fade to the left and go down the hill. That drops off fairly quickly, and their road that goes along there, that's OB. So if you're on the road or across the road, that means you're OB, and you take it from where it went OB, and you can take a guess as to where it went OB, and take a stroke and get it back up there to the top. So T27, I'll give you a summary when we get that done.
Okay, so you want to, you know, I've done it as a hyzer off to the right here and get around the trees, and it usually winds up right on the 26T. Otherwise,
just go straight at it. And we're coming in here. This is actually a very easy, very aceable hole. Okay, so that's 27 holes. It was, what's the time here? I'm going to say 3:30 I started. And see here, 52 floors. Where's it at? 2.5 hours. That's not bad. Just a little over 6:08. Anyways, I got done with this. It was a total of, my steps counted up at 5.1 miles, a little over 10,000 steps. And I was 3 under, 1 under each, birdie on each of the 9s. I don't know about that. 52 floors, quite a workout. And what I can tell you is, what you need to do is you need to make sure you have some gaiters, because the foxtails are out in force. Earlier this year, in the spring, the foxtails weren't a problem because they hadn't sprung up, but now they're up and they can get in your shoes. So gaiters are a good investment. And with this video, you can stop the video at any time and pan around to look at a specific area if you want. I hope it's helpful, and I hope to see you up here on August 17th for the showdown. See you then.